Good afternoon, dear children. How are you all? Hope you all are safe and fine. Welcome to Social Online Class. Children, how are you? Okay, today we are going to learn chapter 5. Okay, till now we have completed 4 chapters. Yes, did you watch the previous videos? I hope you have done, right? Have you all completed the notes? Okay, are you obeying your parents? Okay. Can you guess the title of this chapter 5? Can you guess? Wait. It's our government. Okay, it's our government. We are going to learn about our government. Yes. Which is our country? Which is our country? India is our country, right? Yes, in our country, India, we have state government, central government, right? And we have to follow the fundamental rights, fundamental duties, right? We are going to learn about that in this chapter, okay? Yes, first we are going to learn about our constitution, okay? Yes, yeah, before that, who's our president? Who is our president? Can you say? Ramnath Govind is our president, right? Who is our prime minister? Narendra Modi, right? Mr. Narendra Modi is our prime minister. Then who's the vice president of our country? Mr. Venkaiah Naidu, the vice president of our country. Okay, you must know all this. Okay, yes, today we are going to learn about our constitution. Okay, who is the head of our constitution? Dr. Ambedkar was the head of the Indian constitution. Okay, what is meant by constitution? Yes, a set of rules and regulations to be followed by the people. Okay, it's known as what? Constitution. Yes, now, the Constitution of India is a set of rules and guidelines for the people to follow. Okay, the head or the chairman of this committee was Dr. Ambedkar. Okay, we got Republic on, or India adopted Republic on 26 January 1950. Okay, till now we are celebrating every year 26 January is celebrated as Republic Day. When did we get independence? Can you remember? Yes, 15th August 1947. Okay, we got independence on 15th August 1947 and we got Republic on 26th January 1950. Okay, children? Yes. First, we are going to learn about the fundamental rights. Okay, this constitution guarantees some fundamental rights to every citizen of India. Okay, we have to follow that. We have to follow all the fundamental rights. Okay, yes. Shall we learn about that? Okay, there are 6 fundamental rights. Okay, there are 6 fundamental rights. First one, right to equality, right to freedom, right against exploitation, right to freedom of religion, cultural and educational rights, and right to constitutional remedies. Okay, children? Yes. Fundamental rights are the basic rights that a citizen of India to be guaranteed. Okay, these are the basic rights. Let me repeat once again. Right to equality, right to freedom, right against exploitation, right to freedom of religion, cultural and educational rights, right to constitutional remedies. Last year you have learned this, right? The lesson chapter name was our constitution. Can you remember the same 5th chapter in grade 4? You have learned this in a detailed manner. Can you remember? Yes. I hope you can remember that, right? Okay. What is meant by this right to equality? The first one, right to equality. Every citizen is equal under law. Okay, every citizen should be treated equally. Okay, children, whether they belong to different caste, religion, community, gender or place of birth, they must be treated equally. That is what right to equality. Then right to freedom. What does mean by right to freedom? Every citizen has the right to speak. Okay, wherever they want, they can speak. They can express their thoughts. They can settle. Okay, they can settle wherever they want. Okay, they have the right to settle in any part of our country. And the right to life and liberty. Okay, they can move freely throughout the country. This is what right to freedom. Okay, the next one, right against exploitation. What's meant by right against exploitation? children and poor people, we have in various parts of our society, right? Poor people are there in various parts of our society. This is children under age 14 are not allowed to work. Forced labor, that is forced labor is banned, and the children under the age of 14 are not allowed to work. That is called what? Right against exploitation. Then that children under 14 must be given compulsory education. Education should be given for them. They should not allowed to work. This is what? Right against exploitation. Then right to freedom of religion. What's meant by that right to freedom of religion? We can, if we are a Christian member, if you want to convert to Hindu means we can convert. If you want the Hindu person to convert to Muslim means they can. It is their own wish. Okay, that is what? Right to freedom of religion. Their choice. They can choose their choice. Okay. Then cultural and educational rights. Cultural and educational right. That is what if we have land, or if we have a qualification, or whatever maybe, if you want to establish a new institution or a school or a college means we can establish. Okay, that is what? Cultural and educational rights. Then right to constitutional remedies. What's meant by right to constitutional remedies? Right to constitutional remedies, what? The court of law and justice. See, if we have any complaints or anything means we can approach the court. Okay, there is rules and regulations for that. We can approach that. Every citizen has the right to approach the court of law for justice. Okay, all these rights help in preserving human dignity with their self-respect. Okay, these fundamental rights help all human to live with self-respect and dignity. Okay, yes, what are the fundamental rights? Right to equality, right to freedom, right against exploitation, right to freedom of religion, cultural and educational rights, and right to constitutional remedies. Okay, now fundamental duties, right? Fundamental duties means it is a certain duties, certain duties every citizen have to follow. The fundamental duties are: we must respect our national flag, then we must respect national anthem, we have to protect our unity, we should preserve our country, save our country, then we should safeguard public property, and we should learn more about varied subjects and excel in our personal talent. These are the fundamental duties. We have to obey everything. Okay, we have to obey and respect everything. This is what? Fundamental duties. Then then directive principles. Directive principles means equal. If any low caste people or poor people or rich people or wealthy people, whoever may be, they if they are working, they have to provide. They must provide what? Equal pay. Equal work for equal pay. Okay, for both men and women must be paid equally. Then employment should be provided for all. Compulsory education for children. These are all coming under what? Directive principles of state policy. Okay. Then about our government. That is executive, legislative, and the judiciary are the three parts of our government. Okay. Executive, legislative, and judiciary are the three parts of our government. Then central government. Central government is responsible for the administration of the entire country. It is the responsible for the administration of entire country. Its offices are in New Delhi. Okay, the office of the central government is in New Delhi. Then the central legislature, that is Lok Sabha and Rajya Sabha. Okay, there are two legislative systems. The integral part of the parliament. There are two Lok Sabha and Rajya Sabha. Okay, the president is an integral part of this parliament. Okay, children. Yes, then the Rajya Sabha is the upper house, also called the Council of States. Okay, Vice President is the head of Rajya Sabha. Vice President is the head of Rajya Sabha, and it is the upper house. It is also known as upper house. Vice President is the head of this Rajya Sabha. Then Lok Sabha. Lok Sabha is or otherwise known as lower house, and the speaker is a member who conducts the Lok Sabha. Okay, in his absence, the deputy speaker take up his role. Okay, this is the house of people. Lok Sabha is known as the house of people. Okay, it consists of maximum 552 members. This Rajya Sabha consists of nearly 238 members. Okay, 38 members. Now, out of this, the 12 members are nominated by the president. Okay, 250 members, the 12 members were nominated by the president. Remaining 238 members are elected by the state legislative assemblies. Okay. Yes, to be a member of Rajya Sabha, one needs to be a citizen of India and at least 30 years of age. Then only we can be a member of Rajya Sabha. Okay. Then the central executive, the president, the vice president, the prime minister and the council of ministers. Okay. The central executive consists of the president, the vice president, the minister, that is the prime minister and the council of ministers. The president is the executive head and he is the first citizen of our country. Who is the first citizen of our country? President is the first citizen of our country. He or she is the supreme commander of armed forces. Name the armed forces. Can you name the armed forces? Army, Navy and Air Force are the three armed forces. Army, Navy and Air Force are the three armed forces. Okay. He is elected for a period of 5 years. The president can maintain his position for 5 years by the members of Lok Sabha. He is elected by the members of Lok Sabha. Okay. Then vice president is the chairman of Rajya Sabha. Okay. President is the head of the state and is the first citizen. And this vice president is the chairman of the Rajya Sabha. Okay, children. Now we are learning about the government. Okay, yes. Which is our government now? Tamil Nadu state. Tamil Nadu is our government, right? Okay, so the central executive consists of the president, the vice president and the prime minister. Okay, and the council of ministers. President is the executive head of the state and he is the first citizen of our country. Then vice president is the chairman of the Rajya Sabha. Okay, then the prime minister is the head of the government and the council of ministers is appointed by the president on the advice of the prime minister. Okay. The judiciary. The Supreme Court is the highest court of justice in India. Okay, under this judiciary, the Supreme Court is the highest court. Okay, the Supreme Court is the final court of appeal in the country. It is located in New Delhi. Supreme Court is located in New Delhi. Then the state government. The state government are similar to the central government in structure and are responsible for all the administrative affairs of the state. Okay, the state government similar to the central government and it is responsible for the all administrative affairs of the state. Which is our state? Tamil Nadu is our state. Okay, then the state legislative assembly. Many larger states have another house called the legislative council. Okay. So then the state government was how the state government works. Okay, the state government has a chief minister, council of ministers, right? Governor, chief minister and council of ministers. Okay, governor is the head and come under that chief minister, then ministers. Okay. Okay, chief minister is the head of the elected head of state of government. Okay, he is the head of the government. Then the governor role is similar to that of a president and he is the head of the state or union territory. He is appointed directly by the president. Okay, the same person can be the governor of more than one state also. Okay, children, understood? Okay. Then the council of ministers is appointed by the governor on advice of the chief minister. The ministers, member of the legislative assembly, they are appointed by the governor on the advice of chief minister. Okay. Yes. Now local self-government. Okay. Local self-government. It is difficult for the central and the state government to look into the needs of all the towns and cities and villages, right? So, we have local self-government having the municipal corporations, the municipal councils and also the panchayat. Okay, panchayat. We have municipal corporations set up in big cities, then municipal councils are set up in towns and the panchayat is a council of 5 members who look into the problems and the people need. Okay, now the functions of the local self-government, constructing of roads, schools, parks and hospital, providing clean drinking water and electricity facility, maintain a public transport system. These are the functions of what? Local self-government or panchayat. Okay, yes, the functions of these local self-governments are constructing, maintaining roads, schools, parks, hospitals, then provide clean drinking water and electricity, then proper disposal of waste, maintain a public transport system, etc. Okay, now we come under government. We have learnt about the central government, the state government, and the local self-government. Okay, in the central government, we have learned the central legislature, that is Lok Sabha, Rajya Sabha, upper house and lower house. Then the central executive, that is the president, the vice president, and the prime minister, the council of ministers. Okay. Then in the state government, we have learned about the legislative assembly, legislative council, the governor, chief minister, and council of ministers. The local self-government, municipal corporation, municipal council, then panchayat. Okay. Have you understood this chapter? I hope you have understood, right? Yes. Yes, we have learnt about the topic government. Under that, we have learnt about constitution. Who is the head of the constitution? Dr. Ambedkar was the head of the constitution. Then we have learnt the fundamental rights, right to equality, right to freedom, right against exploitation, right to freedom of religion, cultural and educational rights, right to constitutional remedies. Then fundamental duties, directive principles of state policy, Rajya Sabha, Lok Sabha, then about the central judiciary, the state government, and the local self-government. We have learnt about all these in this chapter. Okay, please go through the lesson once again, underline the important headings and spellings you study. Okay, yes, please read the lesson and try to complete the book back exercises. Okay, children. Hope you have understood this chapter. Okay, go through the lesson once again. If you have any doubt, please contact me. Thank you. See you in the next class. Bye.